Today, September 30th, is Caribbean Youth Day. The theme for this year's commemoration is Agenda 2030, from rhetoric to action. This theme is most appropriate, as over the years we have become accustomed to the collection and the gathering of various communiques, position papers, final statements of meetings, conferences, and seminars on various aspects of youth development, youth empowerment, youth participation in the Caribbean, across the world. Indeed, we have also recognized that in spite of all of those communiques, fancy words and letters and positions taken at those meetings, there has been this yawning deficit between statements of intent and the actual implementation. Now, one is not inclined to say that there is a malicious intent in not implementing positions taken at meetings. It is perhaps that in some instances there is a lack of political will. In other instances, perhaps we in the movement, the youth development movement, may not have been as persistent, as militant, and as organized as we should be in getting decision makers to implement positions taken at meetings. Admittedly, in the last couple years, there has been some improvement. There seemed to be a certain urgency on the part of the United Nations, the Commonwealth Secretariat, indeed the CARICOM Secretariat, and now joined by the OECS, and indeed many member governments, in terms of trying to implement more progressive, more relevant youth development programs and initiatives. I have often said, in this new and emerging environment, where governments and international agencies have displayed a greater urgency in addressing issues of youth development, it seems the weak link remains the youth, the democratic and independent youth movement. And so on this day, I wish to say that the agenda, the theme for this Caribbean Youth Day is as appropriate as it is for governments and other stakeholders, as it is also for the youth movement. As I call upon my friends, my colleagues in the regional youth movement to enjoy and celebrate the contribution that young people have and continue to make to the development, the sustainable development of the Caribbean. Comrades, I ask you to give even more attention and seriousness to the task of revitalizing, re-energizing, rebuilding, repositioning, and strengthening the regional youth movement. The theme, Agenda 2030, from rhetoric to action, is apt. And it is also a clarion call for youth leaders at the national level to reorganize, rebuild, and strengthen the national youth councils and other democratic youth platforms, and at the regional level. Even as I commend Tijani and his team, I call upon leaders to rally behind that team, the leadership of the Caribbean Regional Youth Council, and give them the necessary support so that they can continue to provide strategic leadership to the regional youth movement. I wish you all the best, and I hope that we shall see continued progress. Thank you very much.